Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Learn English with Maria podcast. I'm Maria, and I'm so excited to continue our Shadowing English Practice podcast challenge. This is episode 2, and if you joined us for the first episode, you know how powerful shadowing can be for boosting your English speaking and listening skills. If you're new here, welcome. Shadowing is a fantastic technique where you listen and immediately repeat what you hear, focusing on pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. In our last episode, we started with simple, everyday sentences. Today, we're going to take it up a notch. We'll be focusing on expanding sentences and practicing some common conversational phrases. This means we'll work on making your English sound even more natural and fluent by adding more detail and connecting ideas. It's all about making your spoken English richer and more like a native speaker's. Don't worry if it feels a bit challenging. Remember, this is a challenge. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistent practice and gradual improvement. We're training your mouth muscles and your ears to work together. So be patient with yourself and enjoy the process. Are you ready to dive into our next set of sentences? Let's start our shadowing practice for episode 2. All right, let's begin with expanding on some daily routine sentences, just like we did in the last episode. But now we'll add more details. I'll say each sentence, and then I want you to try to say it right after me, or even at the same time. Focus on my rhythm and intonation. Ready? I wake up early. I wake up early. I wake up early. Now let's expand. I always wake up early to avoid traffic. I always wake up early to avoid traffic. I always wake up early to avoid traffic. I brush my teeth. I brush my teeth. I brush my teeth. Expanding, I brush my teeth before I have breakfast. I brush my teeth before I have breakfast. I brush my teeth before I have breakfast. I have coffee. I have coffee. I have coffee. Expanding, I have coffee and read the news in the morning. I have coffee and read the news in the morning. I have coffee and read the news in the morning. I check emails. I check emails. I check emails. Expanding, I check my emails as soon as I get to the office. I check my emails as soon as I get to the office. I check my emails as soon as I get to the office. I leave for work. I leave for work. I leave for work. Expanding, I leave for work a little bit earlier today. I leave for work a little bit earlier today. I leave for work a little bit earlier today. I read a book. I read a book. I read a book. Expanding, I read a book during my lunch break at the park. I read a book during my lunch break at the park. I get home. I get home. I get home. Expanding, I get home pretty late on Tuesdays. I get home pretty late on Tuesdays. I get home pretty late on Tuesdays. I cook dinner. I cook dinner. I cook dinner. Expanding, I cook dinner for my family every evening. I cook dinner for my family every evening. I watch TV. I watch TV. I watch TV. Expanding, I watch TV to relax before going to bed. I watch TV to relax before going to bed. I watch TV to relax before going to bed. I go to bed. I go to bed. I go to bed. Expanding, I go to bed around 10 o'clock on weekdays. I go to bed around 10 o'clock on weekdays. I go to bed around 10 o'clock on weekdays. Why expanding sentences helps your fluency? How did that feel? You might have noticed that adding more words makes you focus more on connecting sounds and maintaining the rhythm. This is exactly why practicing with expanded sentences is so powerful. When you add details like to avoid traffic or before I have breakfast, you're not just adding words, you're adding phrases that often flow together naturally in English. This teaches your mouth to transition smoothly between words and ideas, which is key to sounding fluent and natural. Also, it helps you think in chunks of language, rather than word by word. Native speakers don't usually construct sentences one word at a time. They use common phrases and sentence structures. Shadowing these expanded sentences helps you internalize those chunks, making your own speaking more automatic and less hesitant. It also helps with connected speech. That's when words blend together. For example, wake up early often sounds like wake up early. By shadowing, you're training your ear and your mouth to handle these subtle changes, which are a big part of why native speech can sometimes sound fast or unclear. Shadowing practice. Common conversational phrases. All right, let's move on to some common phrases you'll use constantly in everyday English conversations. These are super important for sounding natural and engaging. Try to imitate my tone and emphasis. Ready? How are you doing today? How are you doing today? How are you doing today? I'm doing great, thanks. I'm doing great, thanks. I'm doing great, thanks. What are you up to? What are you up to? What are you up to? Not much, just relaxing. Not much, just relaxing. Could you please repeat that? Could you please repeat that? Could you please repeat that? I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure, to be honest. That sounds like a good idea. That sounds like a good idea. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. What do you think about? What do you think about? What do you think about? I see what you mean. I see what you mean. No problem at all. No problem at all. No problem at all. One more. Have a great day. Have a great day. Have a great day. Beyond shadowing, integrating practice into your routine. You're doing fantastic. This consistent practice is what truly makes a difference. Remember, the ultimate goal of shadowing is to make your own speaking more natural and fluent. Here are a few ways you can integrate this type of practice into your daily English learning routine. Listen actively to everything. Pay attention to how native speakers phrase things in movies, TV shows, or other podcasts. Don't just understand what they say, but how they say it. Think in English. Even if you don't speak aloud, try to form sentences in your head using the expanded structures and conversational phrases we practiced today. Narrate your own day in English. Find opportunities to speak. Even short conversations with a friend, a language partner, or even talking to yourself in the mirror can help you apply what you're learning through shadowing. The more you speak, the more those muscle memories will kick in. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Every mistake is a learning opportunity. The goal is communication, not perfection. The more you try, the more you'll improve. This challenge is about building habits that will serve you long term. Even 10 to 15 minutes of focused shadowing a few times a week can lead to amazing progress. Wrap up and call to action. That brings us to the end of episode 2 of our Shadowing English Practice podcast challenge. I hope you found these expanded sentences and conversational phrases helpful for your English journey. Keep practicing the techniques we covered today. You can replay this episode anytime or use other English audio you enjoy. Remember, consistency is your best friend when learning a language. Keep pushing yourself, keep listening, and keep speaking. You are making fantastic progress. If you enjoyed this episode and found it useful, please make sure to like this video, share it with anyone else who wants to boost their English speaking, and don't forget to subscribe to the Learn English with Maria channel so you don't miss future episodes of this challenge and all our other English learning content. Also, I'd love to hear from you. What conversational phrases do you find most challenging to use naturally? Or what topics would you like us to cover in future shadowing episodes? Let me know in the comments below. Your feedback helps me create content that truly helps you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.